Okay, next topic is periodic function. Any function is said to be periodic if this function repeat its every value after a finite interval. Okay, suppose if there is a function which repeat its every value after a finite interval, then you can say that this function is periodic. Okay, it means if value repeats, then this one is periodic function. Okay, now do you have any example of periodic function? Actually we use general example, that is sin x. Okay, now sin x is a periodic function because after every 2 pi interval we are getting same graph. Okay, so period of sin x is 2 pi. 1 minute. Now see, if I take example of sin x, I am taking same example sin x. See, this is the graph of sin x. I am only drawing for positive x. Okay, like this one. This is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, okay, 7 pi, like this one. Suppose 8 pi and so on. Okay, now this is the graph of sin x for positive x. And now if you see now, after a interval view repeating value, you can check now. See, first this one, after this one again we are getting same values. Okay, so it is repeating its every value now after a finite interval, so this one is periodic function. Okay, now actually if repeating value then periodic function. So one thing is clear, this one is periodic function. Why? Because it repeating, this function repeats its every value after a finite interval. Now next thing is, what is the period? That finite interval, after that we have repeating value, that is known as period of the function. Okay, now check, can I say that period of this function is 2 pi? Period of sin x is equals to 2 pi. 2 pi will be period if after 2 pi interval every value repeats. Okay, so see, suppose this length is 2 pi na, yeah, 0 to 2 pi. You can also consider from pi to 3 pi, doesn't matter, take any 2 pi interval. Okay, to check that 2 pi is period or not. So I am taking this one. So this length is 2 pi na. Okay, now see, after this one we have every value repeated or not. See, same values na, again same, after that again same. Okay, so after 2 pi we have every value, in this one every value repeating itself. Okay, so 2 pi is the period of this function. Now can I say that pi is period of this function? Okay, pi will be period if every pi after every pi interval graph repeats its value. Okay, now check for pi. Now take pi distance, you can take this one or this one because both distance is equal to pi. Suppose I am taking this one. Now see, after this one we have same value or not. This one is greater than 0 but this one is downward. Okay, so these are not repeated now, so pi is not the period. Now can I say that 3 pi is a period? If after 3 pi interval it is repeating its value, then 3 pi is also be a period. Okay, now take 3 pi length. This is the 3 pi length. Again if you take 3 pi length, then this one is increasing but this one is downward decreasing. Okay, not same value na, so 3 pi is also not a period. Can I take period of this function as 4 pi? Period of sin x as 4 pi. If after 4 pi interval you are getting repeating value, then you can say that period is 4 pi. Okay, now check, this is the 4 pi length. Okay, after 4 pi length are you getting same value? See, all values are same na, yeah, obviously. So 4 pi is also period. Similarly 6 pi is also period of this function, 8 pi is also period of this function. Okay, every even multiple of pi is period of this function. Okay, so these all are period. Period of sin x is 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, 10 pi, 2n pi. Okay, these all are the period of this function. Okay, so any, and one thing is, remember, period is always positive. Okay, na? You can't take no that distance as negative. Distance can't be negative because period represent the distance or that interval after that we have repeating value. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now actually we have another term, that is fundamental period. Okay, out of these all period, smallest value of t, it means smallest value of interval is known as fundamental period. That is clear. Okay, now also in this one, period of sin x is 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi. Smallest value is 2 pi. Smallest value is 2 pi, then fundamental period of this function is 2 pi. 2 pi is the fundamental period of sin x. Okay, now suppose na, actually if fundamental period is 2 pi for sine, then sine x is always equals to sine x plus 2 pi. Okay, it means you can add period in the x, you will get same value, and obviously na sine 2 pi plus x is equals to sine x. Okay, and also this is equals to sine x plus 4 pi. It means 2t, t equals to 2 pi na, this is sine x plus t, sine x plus 2t, sine x plus 3t, 3t is 6 pi. Obviously sine 4 pi plus x is sine x, sine 6 pi plus x is sine x. So actually for any function, if t is the period, then fx is equals to fx plus t, okay, equals to fx plus 2t. Okay, so on like this one. Okay, now these all values are equal. Why? Because t is the period. So if you increase the value of x as t, then you will get repeating value. If you are getting repeating value, it means value you will get same value as x na. Okay, so because of that one, fx is equals to fx plus t, fx plus 2t, where t is the period of this function. So period is clear na. It means I can write definition, okay, and properties of periodic function. So see, now periodic function. So definition of this one is a function f x to y. Suppose x is capital X is domain and y is codomain. Okay, a function f x to y is said to be periodic function if there exists a positive real number t such that fx is equals to fx plus t for all x belongs to capital X. Okay, for any value from the domain, if this one is true and there is a positive real number t such that fx is always equals to fx plus t, then you can say that f is periodic. This is the definition of periodic function. Okay na? In case of sine, period is 2 pi, so sine x is equals to sine x plus 2 pi, period is also equals to 4 pi, so sine x equals to sine x plus 4 pi. Okay, after t interval we are getting repeating value na, so because of that, if fx equals to fx plus t for all x belongs to domain, then function is said to be periodic function. Okay, and where t is known as period of this function. Okay, where t is called periodic function, period of the function. And smallest or least value of t is called fundamental period. Okay, and least value of t is known as fundamental period of the function. And remember one thing, that if t is the period, then fx is equals to fx plus t is equals to fx plus 2t, like this one. Okay na? Okay, these all are equal, so definition is clear. So sine x is periodic function with period 2 pi. Can I say that period of the sine x is 4 pi? Okay. Period of sine x is 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, 10 pi, because after these all interval we are getting repeating value. Okay, and also one thing, that out of these smallest period is known as fundamental period. So all these are period, but fundamental period of sine x is 2 pi. Okay, now can you find the fundamental period of sine square x? That is pi. Period of sine square x is, and also if it is given in the question that find the period, it means fundamental period. Okay, period of sine square x is pi. How actually now if you draw the graph, then see sin x, then sin square. Now here you will get negative value of sin x, but because of square, negative become positive, so you will get graph is like this one, 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi, 2 pi to 3 pi. So after pi interval we are getting repeating value, so period of sin square is pi. Similarly, period of cos square x is also equals to pi, period of tan square, sec square, these all are equals to pi. Period of tan x is also equals to pi. Now because after pi interval we are getting repeating value of tan. See, this is the graph of tan, minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Here we have pi, this is the graph of tan x now. So after this interval again we are getting same repeating value, and this length is pi, so period of tan is pi. Okay, so I am telling some period of some function. Okay, period of sin x 2 pi, period of cos x 2 pi, period of tan x pi, period of cot x pi, period of sec is equals to period of cos, and period of sine is equals to period of cosec. Okay, period of sine square for square of trigonometric function, period of sine square, if you draw the graph after pi interval you will get same values. Okay, so period of sine square is pi, period of cos square is pi, period of tan square is pi, period of cot square is equals to pi, period of all square trigonometric function is equals to pi. Okay, period of fractional part of x, if you draw the graph of fractional part of x, then graph is like this one now, obviously 0 1 2. So after one interval we are getting same repeating value, so period of this one is 1. Okay, period of fractional part of x is 1. Period of greatest integer x, graph of this one is not repeating, so period is not defined for this one. See now, this is the graph, now this is not repeated now. Okay, it is not repeating its value, so this is non-periodic function. Okay, so period is clear. Now properties of periodic function. Properties of periodic function. First one, if function f(x) has a period t, then if period of the f(x) is equals to t, then if you want a period of, then function root f(x) 1 by f(x) k into f(x). Okay, you can multiply any constant with f(x), add any constant in f(x) or subtract f(x) plus minus a. Okay, f(x) plus minus a. If you are taking root of that function, 1 by of that function, multiply any constant with the function, add or subtract any constant in function, add or subtract any constant in x, period remains same. Okay, in these all case period remains same. Okay, to check this one you can draw by taking you can draw the graph. Okay, then you will get, but believe me na, this is okay. So then this one also have a period t. Okay, so if period of function f(x) is equals to t, then these all type has period t. Okay, how can we use this one? Actually, period of sin x is 2 pi, then period of root sin x 2 pi, period of 1 by sin x 2 pi, period of 2 sin x 2 pi, period of sin x plus pi by 4 2 pi. Okay, if this one has period 2 pi, then these all also has period 2 pi. Okay, like this one. Second point, actually now if you are adding or subtracting any constant in x or in f(x), okay, then period not change, period remains same. Okay, 2 pi. But if you are multiplying constant with x, then this changes. Okay, so remember this one. See, for example, period of sin x, draw the graph of sin x. This is the graph of sin x, 0, pi, 2 pi. Okay, period of this one is 2 pi. After that we have repeating value. This is for sin x. Now if you draw the graph of sin 2x, that is also done in 11th. Okay, so put 0, what we are getting 0. Now put pi by 2. If you are putting pi by 2, then what we are getting, pi by 2 into 2 pi, sin pi is 0. It means now this becomes 0 at pi by 2. Okay, now put pi, then this become 2 pi. So 2 this become 2 pi, but value of x is pi. Okay, then similarly 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. If you draw the graph, then you will get like this one. At pi by 4 you will get 1. At pi by 4 this total become pi by 2. So at pi by 4 you will get 1. You will get graph is like this one. Okay, now period is not 2 pi, now period become pi, because after pi interval we have repeating value. Okay, so period of x sin x is 2 pi, period of sin x is 2 pi, then period of sin x is 2 pi, then period of sin 2x is period of sin x by this constant 2. Okay, then period of this one is pi, obviously now period of this one is pi. After pi interval we have repeating value. Okay, now suppose if here we have minus 2, then doesn't matter, but we have to divide with the plus 2. Actually this is the mode of that constant, because period can't be negative, you can't divide with a minus 2. Okay, so remember this one directly. If fx has a period t, then f a x plus b, there is no any effect of by adding b or subtracting, there is only a change in period because of a. Okay na, there is no change in period because of b. Okay, adding or subtracting, there is only change when multiplying any constant with x. If you are multiplying constant with fx, then also period remains same, but if you are multiplying constant with x, then this changes. Then this one has a period of fx is t, then period of fax plus b is t by mod a. Why mod a? A may be positive or negative, but period can't be negative, because period is always positive. Okay, third point. Now suppose if your constant function like this one, na, this is the constant function y equals to 3, suppose this one 0, 3, y equals to 3. Now this one is periodic or not? Actually yes, this one is periodic, because any function is said to be periodic if after a finite interval every value repeats. Okay, and for this one choose any interval, doesn't matter, but this one is always equals to 3 na, so always this has repeating value. Okay, so this one is also periodic function. Okay, now can I say that period of this function is 1? Suppose this is the one interval. Now check after one interval we have same value or not, obviously, so this one is periodic. Can I say that the period of this function is 2? Suppose this length is equals to 2, then after 2 again we have same value, so period of this one is 2. So period of this one is 1, 1.1, 0 0.5, 0 0.7, 2, 3 all, but fundamental period is not defined for this one. This one is periodic. Period of this one is, you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.5, 1.7, root 2, root 3, doesn't matter. Okay, but fundamental period is not defined for constant function. Why? Because fundamental period is the least value of t. But how can I find least value of this one? Okay, if I take 0.0000, that is okay, but if I can also take 0.00000001. Okay, so there is no least, I can't decide least value of t now, so because of that there is no fundamental period. So constant function is like fx equals to k for all x belongs to R. Okay na, is also a periodic function with no fundamental period. 1, 2, 3, these all are period, but there is no fundamental period. With no fundamental period. Okay, complete, write down. And remember these points, properties of periodic function, these are useful to find the period of a function. Okay, so 3 properties are done. Now fourth one, this is also important. Okay, now see, if fx has a period t1, and gx has a period t2. Okay, suppose we have two function fx and gx whose period is given, or we know the period of these two functions. Then you can identify the period of fx plus gx, fx minus gx, fx into gx, fx by gx. Okay, then fx plus gx, fx minus gx, fx into gx, 1 minute, has a period t2, has a period t1 and t2. Then period of fx plus minus gx, fx into gx, fx by gx is the LCM of t1 and t2. Okay, so if period of fx and gx is t1 and t2, then if you want period of these function, then period of these function is always equals to LCM of t1 and t2. Okay, but this is only when LCM exists. Okay, sometimes LCM is not exist, then complete function is non-periodic. If LCM exists, then periodic. If LCM is not exist, then non-periodic. Okay, when the LCM exists, when the LCMs are not exist. See, suppose 2 and 5. If you want LCM of this one is 10. If you want LCM of root 2 and 3 root 2, then LCM of this one is 3 root 2. Okay, if you want LCM of pi and pi by 7, then LCM is equals to pi. Okay, but you can't find the LCM of pi and 2. This one is rational and this one is irrational. Okay na? To get a LCM, both must be of same type of quantity. Okay na? These values must be of same type of quantity. It means if this one is irrational, then this must be irrational. If this one is rational, then this must be rational. You can't take one rational and other as irrational. Okay na? Same type of quantity, then only LCM is possible. Okay, so like this one is the LCM of t1 and t2 if exist. Okay, if LCM is exists, then the LCM, period of these function is equal to LCM of t1 and t2. If LCM does not exist, then fx plus minus gx, fx into gx, fx by gx are non-periodic function. Okay, if LCM exists, then they are periodic. If LCM not exists, then they are non-periodic. Okay, now how to find the LCM? Suppose any time if you want LCM of quantities like this one, A by P, B by Q, C by R, LCM of these type of quantity is equals to, there is a formula directly you have to remember, that is equals to LCM of, in numerator take LCM of numerator A, B, C, and in denominator HCF of these of P, Q, R. Okay, so how to find the LCM of these type of quantity? By using this formula, LCM of this one, this one, this one, divide by HCF of this one, this one, this one. HCF is highest common factor, LCM is, okay, largest common factor. Okay, so LCM is over. Now 1 minute. Suppose you are getting some LCM, okay, and suppose you are getting LCM as pi. Now pi is a period of these function, but it is not necessary that pi is the fundamental period in this case. Okay, so how to identify? There is no specific rule to identify. If you are getting LCM as pi, then always check for pi by 2. It means if fx plus pi by 2 equals to fx, then pi by 2 is the fundamental period. Okay, so like this one, now check for half, otherwise we will take example. Okay, so I have to write this one as a note. this LCM is need not to be fundamental period of the function. Okay na? So this LCM is need not to be fundamental period of this function. It is not necessary that this LCM is the fundamental period. I have one example for this one. See, mod of sin x has period pi. Okay na? Period of mod of sin x is pi. How? First draw the graph of sin x, then you want graph of mod sin x, then positive remains same, negative become positive. Then you will get graph like this one. Okay. So after every pi interval we are getting same value, so period of the sun is pi. Okay. And mod of cos x also has a period pi. Okay. So fx has a period pi and mod of cos x gx also has a period pi. Then fx plus gx, mod of sin x plus mod of cos x. Okay. Now you want period of mod of sin x plus mod of cos x. That is by using this one. This is the LCM of period of fx and gx, and LCM of these two pi and pi is pi. So LCM is pi. Then mod of sin x plus mod of cos x also has a period pi. This pi is the LCM of period of these two functions. Okay. But this is not the fundamental period. But fundamental period of mod sin x plus cos x. Mod sin x plus mod cos x is pi by 2. Okay. How can I say that fundamental period is the pi by 2? I can prove. Actually, fundamental period is least possible value of t such that fx plus t equals to fx. Okay, fx plus, can I write this one? Okay, I have to prove this one now, that fundamental period is pi by 2. Now see, suppose here there is a function fx equals to mod of sin x plus mod of cos x. Obviously this one has a period pi. Okay, but I want to prove that fundamental period is pi by 2. So fundamental period is smallest value of t, okay, such that fx plus t is equals to fx. So if this one has a fundamental period pi by 2, then fx plus pi by 2 must be equals to fx. Okay, now find fx plus pi by 2. Mod of sin x plus pi by 2, replace x with x plus pi by 2, and plus mod of cos x plus pi by 2. Okay, now check. Sin pi by 2 plus theta is plus cos theta. So mod of cos x. Now mod of cos pi by 2 plus x is minus sin x. But because of mod, I can write this one without minus. So mod of cos x plus mod of sin x, and this is equals to fx. Okay, so LCM of period of these function is equals to pi, but it is not necessary that pi is the fundamental period. Okay, at this time fundamental period is pi by 2. So then how can we calculate? There is no any method to calculate directly fundamental period. Only by using this one you can find the period. Then always check for half. Suppose you are getting LCM as 2 pi, then check for pi. If you are getting if pi also satisfying fx plus t equals to fx, then also check for pi by 2. If pi by 2 is not satisfying, then pi become fundamental period, like this one. Okay, otherwise when we will take example, then you will see. Okay, now last point, that is point number how many done? Okay, maybe fifth one. Okay, now suppose if composite function g of fx is defined in domain of fx. Okay, suppose if g of fx is defined for all x belongs to domain of fx is defined on domain of fx and fx is a periodic function with period t, then g of fx also have a period t. Okay, if for composite function g of fx, suppose this function is defined for all x belongs to domain of fx, okay, then and fx is periodic function with period t, then this t is also a period of g of fx. If this fx is periodic, then this one is also periodic. Meaning of this note is, if fx is periodic, then g of fx is also periodic. It means if inside function is periodic, then complete composite function is also periodic function, okay, with the same period. But there is a condition that this function must be defined for all x belongs to domain of fx. Okay, how can I say that this one is periodic if fx is periodic? For example, see, g of fx. Now here it must be there now that fx must be periodic, then I am taking that this one is periodic. Okay, so choose any value of fx. Suppose fx is a b c d, periodic, so after some interval we have to write repeating value. So suppose after this interval we are getting repeating value, then a b c d, then again a b c d, then again a b c d. Suppose these are the value of fx. Okay, now this one is periodic. Now after this interval we are getting a b c d, then a b c d, then a b c d, so repeating values, so periodic. Okay, now find the value of this one. Put fx equals to a, what we are getting, ga. Then put fx equals to b, what we are getting, gb. Then put c, gc. Then put d, gd. Now if you repeat, if we are getting repeating value of fx, then this one is also repeat now, because again I am putting fx equals to a, so what you will get, ga. Then again we are putting b, then what we are getting, gb. Again you are putting c, then what you will get, gc. Okay, so this is also repeating now. So if these value of fx is repeated, then value of g of fx is also repeating. Okay, so if this one is periodic function, then g of fx is also periodic with the period t. T is the period of fx. Okay, it means t is also period of this one. So this is complete now. Okay, tomorrow we will take questions based on periodic function. So first revise this theory, and if you have any doubt then ask. Okay, bye.